Hi, my name is Ike. I'm a current medical student at the University of New South Wales, and I sat the UMAT in 2016, achieving a score in the 100th percentile. Today, I'm going to be talking about time management in the UMAT exam, giving you some advice on how to complete this exam most efficiently. As you probably already know, the UMAT is a 180-minute exam with 10 minutes of reading time. There are 134 questions to complete in this time, and time management is very important. We'll start with talking about the reading time. Many people ask, what's the best way to use this reading time? It's a great question. The reading time is essentially 10 minutes of exam time and should be treated as such. Generally, I think it's best to use this time to read the long text passages for the Section 2 questions. These passages have to be read fully in order to properly answer the Section 2 questions. Therefore, this is a good specific use for the reading time. I would caution against just reading through the full exam. It's a waste of this 10 minutes. It likely won't help you, and it can be overwhelming. Next, we'll talk about the different methods that can be used for completing the rest of the exam. There's a start to finish method, which involves starting at question 1 and working through the full exam, and a section by section method, which involves breaking up the exam into 3 different sections of questions, sections 1, 2, and 3, based on the content of the questions, and then completing them systematically that way. While either of these methods can be perfectly effective, the section by section method does have some advantages. First of all, if you complete the exam section by section, you can complete section 2 directly after the reading time. Therefore, you can read the passages in the reading time and quickly fill in the answers in the writing time, which is very efficient. Secondly, this keeps you in the right mindset for each section, as you're completing a series of similar questions. Therefore, you can use the same techniques to solve the questions and recognize patterns between the questions. Finally, it's a more strategic approach to the exam, which allows you to tailor the exam to your strengths and weaknesses much more than completing it start to finish. The thing to remember, though, is that you won't be filling in the answer sheet in order, so you have to be extra careful to check that you're filling in the right question. I would recommend that you try out both of these methods with practice questions and figure out which works best for you. You're probably thinking, if I choose to complete the exam section by section, which order should I complete the sections in? I would say that section 2 is generally best completed first. You can follow the reading time this way, and it'll generally take you less than an hour to complete this section, hopefully 40 to 45 minutes if you use the reading time well. You can then follow this with section 1. This is a very important section for university admission in Australia and will likely take you more than an hour, up to 75 minutes. Finally, you can finish off with section 3. This section is less important for university admission, while it's still important, and should take you about 1 hour. The most important thing to remember, though, is that this is different for everyone. You should use practice exams to figure out which method works best for you and which order works best for you. Finally, we'll figure out some tips that you can use to manage your time well in the UMAT. First of all, don't be afraid to skip questions. But always make a guess if you do skip a hard question, because you may think you'll have time to come back to a question, but won't. Regularly check the time. Make sure you're on track and following your targets. A watch can be good for this. Check you're filling in the answer sheet correctly, especially if you're using the section by section method. And finally, use any time you have at the end to go back over the answer sheet, checking that you filled in every question, and then go back over any guessed questions. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you now feel a little more prepared to tackle the UMAT exam. If you like this video, please like or share it, and subscribe to the Meditary YouTube channel for more UMAT preparation videos. Thank you.